Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video, I'm going to take a look at Murloc Paladin. Murloc Paladin has been a bronze hero for the large part of Ashes of Outland. It has had good win rates in very low ranks, but it has completely disappeared from the meta. As you climb a little bit higher, it just hasn't been able to keep up. Demon Hunters, Warriors, they have just eviscerated the class and the archetype, so it just hasn't stood a chance. However, now, after the latest nerf patch with both Demon Hunter and Warrior getting nerfed, Murloc Paladin has been a little better. And why Murloc Paladin specifically? Well, Paladin has a lot of good class synergy tools with Murlocs. There's the Murgo Call, a phenomenal minion, board in a box you could say. There's the Scale Lord from Galagron's Awakening Adventure, a phenomenal card. Give your Murlocs Divine Shield, just gives the deck so much stickier boards. It's a really good card. And the best card of them all, the Underlight Angling Rod. After your hero attacks, add a random Murloc to your hand. 3 mana 3 attack weapon, extremely good for the current meta. If there's a Bone Chewer Brawler, if there's an Amani Berserker, Angling Rod can handle that. It gives you more resources. It's the real superstar of the deck. Other than that, the deck is a Murloc deck. You try to create whiteboards and then you try to make them sticky. You have a bunch of tools like Cold-Eyed Seers can give your Murloc some health, Felfin Navigators can give them some health and attack, Scale Lord gives them Divine Shield. So first you try to make them sticky and then you try to buff up their attack. And you can buff up their attack with Murloc War Leaders or some random buffs from the Underlight Angling Rod. There's also some hard removal in the deck in the form of Toxfin, so if you get a Murloc to stick, you Toxfin it and you can use it to remove something. And Paladin has one more Paladin specific Murloc, which is the Imprisoned Sungil, and that's a really strong card. It's a 1 mana 2/1, dormant for 2 turns. When it wakes up it summons 2 1/1 Murlocs, so it doesn't do anything immediately, but when it wakes up it generates a board, and it's a Murloc board, so the opponent knows that you will have a lot of buffs potentially available for that, so they have to deal with it. Even though those Murlocs, when they wake up from the dormancy, they cannot attack immediately, but if the opponent cannot remove them, then you have a great board to start with. I chose to tech this list a little bit against the Mirror and against other aggressive decks by including 2 copies of Consecration in the deck. It is still early in the latest nerf patch meta, so we don't exactly know what sort of teching should be done. So whether this Consecration tech is the right choice, I cannot say yet. The alternative is to run like double True Silver Champion, maybe a Horde Pillager, to get some weapons back. Those are some of the other most common choices for this list. Taking for a bit more aggression instead of that board clear for the aggro mirrors. It will take a while to settle on the exactly correct list, and then of course the new expansion is already coming, so we probably won't get a fully settled meta before that anyway. As for the mulligans with this deck, there are 2 cards that you always keep in every single matchup, and those are the Imprisoned Sungil and the Murloc Tidecaller. Your 2 best 1-drops, they're just really awesome. Then your typical mulligan in addition to these is to keep the Underlight Angling Rod and Murmy. That's pretty much the standard mulligan for most matchups. But then against something like a Mage, for example, Murmy is a little bit weaker because the Mage can just ping it away fairly easily. So against the Mage you typically want to look for these 1-drops and then look for something like Cold-Eyed Seer to get a bit of health on the board to make your board more difficult to remove. Or if you're up against a Priest, then keeping a Hand of Adal is good, because then you play your Tidecaller on 1, and if the Priest doesn't respond to that, then you can Hand of Adal it and make it more difficult to remove. Or if you're facing token decks that go wide, then holding on to a Consecration so that you have tools to contest that board can be a good choice. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get notifications when new videos come. I also livestream on Twitch 6 days a week, so check down below in the description for a link to my Twitch channel and follow me there as well. And now, let's go take a look at Murloc Paladin in action. Well, we meet a Warrior again, and as I said, Warrior is the worst matchup, so it's almost impossible to win. This Warrior, on the other hand, is a Pirate Warrior. It might not be great, but it's more winnable. It's more winnable than the other variants. Let's see how this one's going to go. At 2 mana he can't play a weapon yet, so probably has to kill that. He was able to set this one up, which I suppose is good for him. Next turn he can play a weapon. He doesn't have any... he didn't keep any in the mulligan though. I will take this opportunity to use a Fish Flinger, see what happens. He challenges this on the board. Because the Hogsteed didn't challenge that one on the board. If he hasn't found Ankar, then of course anything can happen here. Next turn could be Hogsteed trying to rush something down. Probably developing another Sungil. Alright. So far so good. Ooh, a War Leader. War Leaders are sweet. There's gonna be another Sungil though. And the Hogsteed is going to kill that one. So we get an even wider board. This one obviously gets to do a value trade. There won't be any AoE in that deck. He gets 2 value trades. Maybe it's not yet the War Leader time. Ooh, is it Consecration time? That one's interesting. And what are my options? I could make one of these poisonous now. That doesn't do a whole lot. He doesn't have a lot of cards. Maybe this is a Consecration turn. That deals with the Corcoran and the Bloodsail Raider. Keeps my Murlocs alive. Then I have options with Toxfin with War Leader. He managed to top deck the Ankar. Well, this is the most important card in his deck. So that was very, very important. With Toxfin and Drusilla Champion I can kill this board. I can still keep the War Leader in reserve. Let me turn that one into a Poisonous Murloc, use that to kill that one. I will use this to kill that Pirate. Just trying to drain him out of resources, but if he finds the Loot Pillager for to get the Ankar back, then it will be very... oh, that was a great top deck. Because now the Ankar can also threaten the War Leader. Need to be strategic about when I want to play the War Leader. Oh, that was a great 2. Oh! 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 Look at that! He got 1 card and then it turned into 5 minions. I didn't see that coming. I really didn't see that coming. Well, it's okay, it's okay. We can keep fighting this. With the power of the Felfin Navigator. The power of the Felfin Navigator, this can still be fought. I mean, he could have South Sea Captains to make his pirates a little bit bigger. So I want to kill some of them. I don't think it's worthwhile to hit with this weapon, but we'll see. That was... for a Pirate Warrior who was out of resources just a moment ago. He doesn't look that out of resources anymore. The game definitely got a lot more interesting. We'll see where this one is headed. He had the Horde Pillager, that was the worst case scenario. Alright. Well. Because now he's really not going to run out of resources. Ah, the Angling Rod. So I will have to take a swing with this. I want to get the Angling Rod going. That's my ticket to more resources. Another navigator. This one's going to take that trade. I'm going to take this trade, right? I believe so. Do I play the navigator? Couple of 5/5s and a 4/3. Yeah, that seems worthwhile. Let's do that and hit him in the face. Okay. So for next turn I have the angling rod, potentially the war leader. Well, 1/5/5, 1/4/4 of course. 8. So this is a lethal setup right now. He has to have something that does things immediately. Still a lethal setup unless he finds a taunt or a way to kill something. He found a way to kill something. So now it's only 6+3, it's only 9 damage here. So I'm going to clean up the board, right? He's almost out of resources, but he has one more Ankar hit left again. I'll just clean up the board. Get more Murlocs. Hit face a little bit. Now we should be able to handle this. This should be the end, right? He can have 10 health with the armor up. I mean, these two living would mean that they can kill him. Okay. Oh, he gets to discover a spell from another class. When did Pirate Warrior have all this random stuff? Oh, it's a Cone of Code, so my minions don't get to attack. I see, I see. Need to kill that one. Sir Finley of the Sands. Well, we need to play Sir Finley. Hero power a little. Equip another angling rod. Okay, okay. What's gonna happen next? I haven't seen any sky barges from him, which is a piece of good news. I can keep the angling rod, but the rest are useless. The Tidecaller is a card. Lots of warriors, lots of priests. Didn't these people get the memo on what's good nowadays? Or maybe they did, and they play decks that counter this. But priests shouldn't be countering this, no. Draw a weapon, give it +1 durability. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I don't think I can afford to coin the angling rod here. Probably not a bomb warrior. I don't expect to see any bomb warriors. No, it could be a bomb warrior because there was the tank car. I'll get some Murlocs on this board, but if he has the skipper, he can just wipe these. So I expect a skipper to come. But obviously I will play the angling rod to kill the skipper. The skipper is forced a little bit early, which means that it can't do that many good things. Maybe. That's one example how it could go.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
This one on the other hand is going to be the Felfin. Take that trade. Let's face with that one. A 2/3 live wire lance. Yeah, I got the trade for free because he hit into that anyway. So he probably has the skipper in hand. And he's just waiting for the right moment. I wish I had more Murlocs that generate the board. This is the egg version, isn't it? Most likely, yeah. This one has to give me a good Murloc. Okay, that's a really good Murloc. But I can't play it yet. I'll have to try to get some value from it. Is it going to be enough? I mean, there is a skipper. Now we're getting to the turns where skipper, Almsmith, Battle Rage combos can be played. So it gets really difficult for me. Here comes the first skipper combo. And the Almsmith. And the Battle Rage. Exactly as I said. This is the point where these combos are available. He still needs to play a card though. And that's not terrible for me. I can consecrate this board away, get rid of that skipper. Now he probably has the brutes in hand. This is a bit of a problem for me. Brute can kill the Underbelly Angler, then there will be rampages and copies. Yeah, I don't see a way to actually win this game. I just need to play the Sungil here. Deny Brute or Warmaw Challenger, damaging itself. But he still has both inner rages left, and he still has one skipper left. So on average he should be fine. Yeah, he's waiting passively here because he wants to do things. That's not a Murloc. Too bad, I really needed a playable Murloc here. I think I need to hit face and see what happens. I got a playable Murloc. Getting more playable Murlocs. This can also mill a card from him. I like that. And more playable Murlocs. He probably has another skipper, but he doesn't always have it. Could also go in the Sungil. I think I do. I will need those Murlocs later. It's still going to give me a random Murloc too. Alright, he loses one mercenary, that's good. So if he has the second skipper in hand, it's going to come out now. 12 cards in his deck. So he doesn't have the second skipper available. That is an interesting piece of news. That is a very, very interesting piece of news.
On wings of evil.
Just putting a lot of stuff out there. Really? That seems like a terrible plan. Just my general impression that the plan is awful. He's going to get a lot of armor. But I mean, he has spent so much of his win conditions here. I might even have a way. What if I just hit there, consecrate the board? That clears these minions. And play the Felfin. I can also use one poisonous. I can do it like this. Heal that one. That one goes face. I play Consecration and then I play the Cold Light Seer. I can also do it like this. This gives my board a little bit more health. Not so much attack though, so he can still play Deathwing on this board. It only takes 9 damage.
Drink your blood, eat your flesh. For soul engines.
That's a scary minion, isn't it? Kind of. More Toxfins. I think I need to use one. So this one goes over there, because I need board space. Then I'll spend a Toxfin, right? I don't have lethal because these can't attack yet. That's only 6 plus 8, 14. So no lethal setup. Let me just make that poisonous to kill that one. This one can trade there. I can give my Murloc's Divine Shield. So that the Deathwing can't wipe this board. Board is a little full though. So there might be some issues with getting War Leader on this board. It's only 14 damage if I can't get a War Leader on this board.
I dream the world dreams.
Well, now it's lethal because he conveniently played the Zero for me. If he didn't play that, I wouldn't have been able to kill him. Because given the recent statistics, I expected to meet a lot of Murloc Paladins, a lot of Totem Shamans, people trying out the new stuff. But that hasn't happened at all. There's going to be a quest Warlock, right? That's the quest. Yeah. That's exactly what it looked like. I believe I need to play the Hand of Adal here. Because I don't know when I get another opportunity to do so. But there could be a Nether, of course, to kill this now. I would totally Nether it if I had it. I suppose that one is not bad either. I cannot save that from Nether Breath, no matter what I do. The best I can do is to play the Seer and just hit face. When in doubt, hit face. So this matchup was favored for the Quest Warlock in the lower ranks and slightly favored for the Murloc Paladin in higher ranks. Oh, I would love to play that. Even over Hand of Adal? I suppose even over Hand of Adal. With single Cold Light Seer, the dragon can still kill the Sungil. Well, it can't through Scale Lord. I think I need the Sungil out there. This one isn't very intimidating now, so it might get to live, which means that I can use it for a Hand of Adal target. As I expected. Another Cold Light Seer. Interesting. Let's Hand of Adal that. Another Fish Flinger. I can't use it to mill cards though. I can only make it better, make his plot twist better right now. I think I will do a Cold Light Seer here though. I'll smack him in the face a little. Smacking the Warlock in the face seems like a reasonable solution to many problems. He could have Moarg, Nether Breath. He can still do it with the coin. Nah, he has exactly that. Oh no, it's Moarg Soulfire. Well, that can backfire. Now can it not? Why are you using all of your cards? Peculiar. That was a lot of resources spent. Obviously, a Dark Skies with the Smog on the board is easily able to get through that one. So do I need to play Consecration here to get rid of the Moarg? He could play the Graced Netherwing afterwards. I think I have to take a chance with this move. Dark Skies is so good here, but I already saw one copy of Dark Skies. This removes the Graced Netherwing out, which there are still 2 in the deck. I didn't want to give him good Graced Netherwing here. Well, that particular combination did still work quite well. Fishfinger Chain. And the multiple mermaids. Yeah, we're totally going for that. Let's see what's going to happen here. He can plot twist though. Or he can find the Sense Demons. So that's a Moarg and a Ranasi. And a plot twist as well. That's tough. It seems very difficult to push fast enough to kill this Quest Warlock. More Aranasis are coming. Quest is complete. He can get a free card. Okay, Quest Warlock suddenly again has 9 cards in hand. It's a free Alexstrasza. Intriguing. So probably lethal. 4 plus 2. I can't kill the Alex effectively. Check out what kind of Murloc I can pick up, because I could have picked up the War Leader, which would have allowed me to kill the Alex. This time, of course, I didn't. So I think he probably has 7 from hand, which means lethal. Well, sometimes it happens. Any War Leader out? Probably not. So I expect to die next turn. This is, I mean, 50% of the time I face 0-cost Alexstrazzas. So he needs 7, so 2 damage spells is enough. Or that and 1 damage spell.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.